Hey guys, John H here, Fitness Edge Media, and we're talking 500 Windsprint Challenge. We've got about 23 days left to go in this challenge. If you count today, we're going through September 7th, and we put out the challenge on July 4th for people to do 500 wind sprints between then and September 7th. I know we started out strong. I know summer is tough. There's a lot of distractions, a lot of things going on. We've made videos along the way to kind of point out where you can squeeze in these wind sprints, but still it's tough to do it with all the obligations we all have all summer long. On top of that, people have sustained some minor injuries. It is a pretty arduous activity, wind sprints. I mean, you're going all out, and for the most part, we don't train that way. We go in the gym, it's very controlled. Even if you're doing some functional fitness and you're pushing yourself, there's nothing quite like wind sprints to tax your whole body and just get after it in a way that it's explosive and potentially it could lead to injury. So I want to just hit some stretches again that I do. I'm going to do 15 wind sprints today. That's going to get me to 300. I'm on pace for 500 with the route that I'm going. I did suffer a hamstring pull, put me out about a week, but we left time in that July 4th to September 7th window for plenty of rest days and plenty of opportunities to make up sprints. I'm thinking of a sprint summit where we can all get together and possibly catch up if you fell behind. Again, with emphasis on safety, smart training, plenty of stretching, plenty of warm-up. So I'm going to go over some basic stretches right now. You can start standing up or seated like I am right now to fit in the frame. Hamstrings, very important. So from the seated position, you can either do a basic toe touch, or if you get on your back, I'll turn sideways here, you can just kind of work this also gets the low back, which is important too. Kind of keep those hips square, bring that knee in, and then what you can do is just kind of extend, grab the calf, and kind of bring up. If you have a stretchy band, you can put it over the toe or the arch of, the arch of the foot, and kind of resist it as you work it through slowly, increasing the range of motion a little bit each time. This was the hamstring that I hurt, so I'm going to be really careful with this. Don't shortcut your stretching. Take a few extra seconds. It pays dividends in the end. I'll also demonstrate a standing hamstring stretch. I like to cross my feet, stretch out my IT band as well. Some of you guys are feeling some pain in that. It comes from the glute down to the outside of your knee, along the outside of your leg. See, I get a little shaking there. So what's happening is you're getting your muscles elongated to the point where they don't want to go anymore, so you'll get a little shaking. You should come off that a little bit. That's a defense mechanism. A myotactile reflex, if you will, where the muscle shortens against over elongation. I learned that from Tom Somerville, yoga instructor extraordinaire. So just kind of breathe into these stretches, and we'll come back to that, like I said, on the stand. I like to get a back stretch. Some basic yoga moves, cat-cow. You're basically stretching the thoracic spine. People think it's a low back stretch. You'll get some of that, but basically you want to kind of round out, push those arms straight, round out your shoulders, tuck the tailbone underneath, pull that belly button in, and then, again, this feel from Tom, you bring the chest out through the arms, tip the tailbone up, push the belly down, retract those shoulder blades, and that's cow. Cat, cow. I like to throw in a little child pose. Before I hit that, I'll kind of do a hip lift or hip raise. Try to hit the hip flexors here. A little bit of quad stretch. Stay long through that neck. And then go into the child pose, where you sit down over, let the torso go over the thighs. And get that. Breathe down into it. Use that breathing. Then we got to get those calves and Achilles, and I like to hit a downward dog to do that. So get those legs nice and straight. If you can get both heels down, do so. If you need to rock back and forth and do one at a time, you can do that as well. As you can hopefully see me. I'll move out here. I think we need to be out here a little bit in the video. See everything. So you take the head, move it down between the arms, straighten out the legs, straighten out the back a little bit, lift those hips high and push back over your heels. Breathe. Neck release. Nice and loose. If you've taken some yoga classes, you know there's kind of a complex movement where you go into like a three-legged dog, a wild dog to open up the hips, and then it comes into pigeon. I like pigeon. It's like a hurdler stretch. It's going to get the groin, those adductors. As you get out over that, sit down in. And bring it back to downward dog. Three-legged dog on this side, keeping those hips square, opening the hips, keep those arms long. I'd be curious to see how this looks on video. I always wonder how I look doing those things. You've seen those memes on social media. It's got the picture of how you think you look, and then the picture of how you really look. I'm curious to see what that is. Hopefully I'm in the picture. Pigeon, and bring it back through. Try to get nice and warmed up. Need a couple push-ups. I'm going to flip over and do a glute stretch. I call it a figure 4 because hopefully you can see on the video my legs are shaped like the number 4. There's a 4. It's upside down. I'm going to reach through this little space with this arm on the leg side that's bent. Clasp behind the knee. Let it fall. Gather up this ankle and pull it toward my chest, keeping my hips down and square. And then other side, this hand comes through, pull that in. I've abbreviated for the shortness of the video. It's long enough already. But you want to just breathe into those stretches. Kind of let those muscles, connective tissue, all release. And sometimes it takes a little bit. 30 seconds, 60 seconds. Breathe down into it. We're doing a butterfly or a groin stretch. I like to sit up tall through there, not all hunched over. Get up tall. Hold those legs together and push down. Whenever you're stretching, you want to try to keep the tension out of your traps. Don't let your neck get all bunched up or your shoulders roll forward. Keep that chest open. If you want to add, you can take it out to the side, lean forward, and work over to one side. Same thing over here. You can do a little yoga plow if you want. The weight on the triceps and shoulders. Get up and over. If you can touch your feet behind you, fine. If not, don't force it. Just kind of support the lower back with the hands. Again, weight through the triceps, shoulders, not through your neck. Just bring that over. Breathe into it. And then I like to kind of get everything at once. Down here in a little squat. Elbows inside here. Push the feet down as flat as you can. I point my toes out. That's my range of motion that I'm capable of. I'm on a little grade there. It's leaning back away from me, so I need to get flat. Open up through here. And that's good. I'm still talking on camera here. I'm going to level out the camera. There's my green line. And I'm going to run a couple, I don't know, 50% wind sprints just to continue the warm up. Work on your start, pop it, 4. And I'll do a couple more of those. I'll turn the video back on throughout the wind sprints, add any narrative that I feel like I want to add, and we'll get this all put together and out to you guys. But I want to point out, it's a challenge. If it was easy, it'd be easy to do. Challenge, by definition, it takes a little effort, a little work. There's obstacles in the way. I want to encourage you guys, don't give up. If you're behind, get back on track. If you don't get 500 and you get 400, you get 300, you're going to be that much better for it. So if you feel like you can't hit the number, there's 24 days left, 23 days left, do what you can. Space out the work, but don't give up on it. Finish the challenge and see the results that you get from it. That's what I want to, leave you with that thought as I go and hit my 15 here. So I'm turning off the camera. We'll catch up in a second. Life's tough, get fit.